Hello, welcome back. Last time I reached what the game reports to be the final stage, number 7 apparently. And we're starting in Search and Destroy as usual. I'm going to assume that there won't be any EC pickups because I won't have a chance to spend them anywhere. So let's search and let's destroy. There's some nice trees around. The ground is this color, but grassy where it's not that color. Oh, that's a building, right? Hi. Alright, big Formatoids. Is this gonna be like boss rush or something? Might be. I want this weapon equipped. Oops. It's just one little hit. I can probably get that back without bothering to go back for the checkpoint. Log on the ground. Tree has a few of its leaves still. Not very many though. Alright, these aren't the big Formatoids yet, just the little ones so far. That's a stream, I guess? Everything's all cybery. Oh, that thing eventually burned. Okay, so I think it was still registered as burning, but like no time was advancing when it was off screen. Yeah, there's definitely some like screen bounds things going on. Like, I've noticed that when I shoot something that would reach off screen, it won't actually hit anything there because things just sort of stop existing when I can't see them, it seems. No object permanence here. Everything goes dormant if it's out of my view. So are these black spheres any different from the white ones? They seem to behave the same. And yeah, again, like, if there were secrets, what could even be hidden in them? There could be an armory still that would maybe, like, fix my misfire to work properly. That's the only thing I'm expecting here. And I might not even get that. Alright, there we go. See, health full. Here's a bus. Little cube. You look vaguely familiar. Have I fought you before? Yeah, is this gonna be... Whoa! Like, every boss I've fought before in review? It just might be. It's been too long for me to be sure I fought you before, but your shape looks very familiar. Alright, so here's nothing. No pulses from my secret detector so far. Whoops. But I'm paying attention. I'm listening in case it says something to me. Oh, you're facing the wrong way. You can't turn around. How sad. I think one enemy might have gotten away. Let me just recheck that, because enemy force is a thing. Apparently I was imagining that. Maybe it died from burning. Is this music a lot quieter than normal, or is that just me? I think it's my local settings. There, now it sounds normal. No one else will have heard anything different, but I did. This janky audio setup that gives me so many problems. If you've been watching me for a while, you know about some of them. I think my stereo sound is the right way around, not that I think this game uses any stereo sound. A mushroom? I don't remember fighting a mushroom, but these patterns look familiar. So it's like the opposite of the last boss. Your shape doesn't look familiar, but your bullets do. As long as I can recognize you by one thing or another. Whoops! I'll know where I am, roughly. Alright, mushroom has been burned. Right, I do have other weapons that I can use. Okay, no checkpoint immediately after that one. Ouch. Yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be exactly one secret, which will be an armory that will fix my misfire. But maybe that's optimistic, maybe that thing will just stay broken. It'd be kind of weird to have it if it is just broken forever, though. I thought I was going to be out of range, but those bullets were large. They grazed my side and it hurt a lot. Oops, and I forgot about you. I guess I assumed the little square died when the big one did, but no. Yep. Door? Human habitation? Okay. So yeah, none of us are humans, that's quite clear. Robots only in here. Alright, so, partial health refill, you are... Now your shape looks not familiar at all. But again, I think I did fight something like you once, maybe? Am I just, like, completely making this up? So you have the fireball ability, like mine. Yeah. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. Did I dodge or did I take a hit? I couldn't actually tell. Anyway, you're dead, and I'm not. And there's a checkpoint. This tree with just the one branch that has any leaves on it is so sad. It's still hanging on to life, but just barely. Enemy force already down to 29%, but again, it's hard to measure the length of the level by that. However, what I can measure it by is that if this is stage 7, there were 6 prior to it. If I'm gonna fight every mini-boss, I have fought 3 so far, so there are 3 to go. That's a lot of assumptions. But they're probably true. And I think there's a boss in here. Mm-hmm. Drill thing. Again, I just cannot tell for sure. But you feel like something I would have fought once. So I'm gonna figure I probably have. Does this... No, can't quite follow that stream. You are, remember. One fireball takes you down. But I'm sure I can flamethrower you too. If you're in less friendly terrain, maybe I'll do the fireball approach. These trees are not very flammable. That's probably good. So humans exist. They just are not us, that's all. Alright, who are we fighting? Spider. I remember a spider with a fancy web, but is that you? Well, would there be 2 spiders in the game? No, of course it's you. Alright, that's nice. Let's do another. I could do one more. I'm just gonna hang out here for a second. And you're dead. Great! Checkpoint. Yeah, I can see this isn't a place for me. I still like the laser better. The first weapon is the best weapon. Just imagine if I had not taken that at the beginning. This would be a completely different playthrough. What would I have preferred, do you suppose? I don't know. I guess, ultimately, I just don't even use my arms all that much. I try to just make do with main weapons when I can. That's definitely not always, but when I can. If the misfire fixing thing is gonna happen, I will guess that it will happen late. Alright, Hoppy thing, you look familiar. Yeah, these are getting more and more recent as we go along, so they should look more familiar. You went down quick. I don't know if you were a weaker version, or if I just played that well. I guess I have marginally more damage, but it's only like, what, 5%? So that wouldn't be the thing that makes the difference. A lot of bullets, right. I remembered that thrust exists. A little late, but I did. Here would be a good place for it, but this isn't where I'm using it. Wah! Did not know you were there. You knew I was there, though. You were ready. Okay. I'm being thanked. How nice. Alright, boss with a bridge. Fancy Hornet. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna thrust a bit. Zap, zap. Burn? Sure. Little tiny cube, I've never seen you before. You're so cute. Aww. These like little proto-bosses that haven't hatched yet. They're boss eggs. And I'm just burning them down. Okay, big hallway. Feels final. Checkpoint, so misfire not getting fixed, it looks like. That's fine. 2 ways to go here, hi? No, it's just a big room. Okay, so that must have been Prime and you're protecting Prime, right? I think that's... Oh, yes, this is one of the twins! Like from the shooter stage. We're fighting it here. And it's probably gonna wreck my face like they always do. Maybe. Maybe not entirely. Oh, you're taking, like, no damage from that. What? Are you in some kind of defensive posture or something? Laser's just not doing nearly as much to you as I would expect. Weird. Yeah, your health bar just, like, stopped going down. Maybe it started at half and just is truncated because, like, the other twin isn't around? And I didn't notice? That's very possible. Ow. I won barely. But is that it? Yeah, we're engaging pursuit, okay. That was all very quick. So theoretically final here. What do I like for this? Gravity. Alright, here we go. Not sure if I should expect any kind of format change or something in the final stage, but so far there hasn't been one, other than that there's a boss rush, which I guess is a bit of a change on its own. Full, okay. Whoa. Whoa. That was some fast travel. Are you the Prime? Okay. You're a cube. I am doing damage, I think. If I stop shooting... Yeah, it's not going down on its own. It's just I'm not getting a lot of feedback for hits. I'm gonna fireball you. Oops, if I can find the button. And you don't dodge so perfectly. That was just expertly dodged. Actually, maybe I should save that for later. I should definitely thrust. And I should... Well, that's black hole. I mean gravity. Dang it. Yeah, I've done like no damage. What? Do I have to for real deplete this health bar? Maybe. You've changed forms. You got 2 swords now. Okay. Okay. Whoops, I thought I saw an empty space, but it filled up. I want laser right now. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm dead. Alright, I got to about a little less than 1/3 down. I suppose napalm is maybe what I want. Homing could work, but I think I like napalm better. Alright, we're doing the stage again, that's fine. Still no idea what determines whether that happens or not. It is a mystery to me. Just sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, don't get chased to the side. Go back and forth instead. There we go. Okay, so very simple lead up. Yeah, so you're definitely burning. Okay, I see how to dodge that now. Oops. Oops. So, how is it? Thrust is supposed to give me a little bit of HP back. I can see it doing that. That's nice. Okay. So if I'm down at all, I should definitely just use it when I can. Giving me more incentive to use my thrust, which is probably, oh boy, a good thing. Alright, center, not center, center, not center. Pretty simple, really. Health's halfway down, thrust's ready. I did not use that as well as I theoretically could have. Sword form. Oops, I messed up. Right, this is the one that got me last time. Not this time. Almost, though. Okay, that's a little confusing, but I managed it. Hey, thanks for the health. You're so nice. Gonna take a moment and think. Yeah, I will happily pause buffer if that'll help me get this done. I'm almost ready to laser as soon as I'm in front of you, and you're, like, in one piece. That's a lot of shots. I'm not sure how much I health profited from that, but I think I at least didn't lose too much. So slightly negative, I suppose, would be the answer. Big orb. Doing fancy, pretty shots. Okay, looks great. I'm gonna use my whole laser on you. And my thrust. Okay, I'm alive. I got another health pickup, that's nice. I have some more laser now. Alright, slow pattern. This would be a time to thrust, probably. Except, if I can just kinda make my way through without, then that's great. Okay. Is this not very reminiscent of what the Guardian Legend final boss looks like? I mean, it should surprise me if it wasn't. Yeah, that was a hand boss with like a face like this, totally. That's exactly what's happening. Alright, your missiles are quite threatening. But I'm actually doing okay here mostly. Oh boy, this bounce. I don't know how much of my napalm's hitting. I'm not able to move my eyes up there right now. Thrust is ready. I'll use it as soon as I feel like I'm in danger. I actually used it a little earlier. I think I won, except I thought you still had a bit of health left. Like, I thought I looked up there and you had about as much health remaining as I did. But are we done? My interface is gone. You're communicating! Hey, I thought Formatroids couldn't do that. Okay, I'm sorry. Now we can finally talk. At this tragic moment. Aww. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like, what is going on here? Okay, well, I guess you get to live at least. Granted. I insist. I don't care what the doctor says. No, I will not. Okay, so? I disagree. Mm-hmm. Are they gonna set off my black hole bomb now? It's not, it can't replicate. So it says, assuming we can take it at its word, which is a big assumption. Are you sure, though? Okay, but I will. Forget command. Right, but Lancer 2 wants to repair her reputation, and this would get in the way of that. Yes is too short to make the text noise. Mm-hmm. Ah! Quit it. Well, this is happening on its own. I can't do anything about it. And this is just gonna shoot you in the butt while you tell me your story. Okay, then. Okay. You're moving your little eye around a little bit. Could you at least stop shooting while you're listening? It's very noisy. Okay. Alright. You can be a monument. This is so sad. Well, you're in tiny little pieces now. Okay, well, we did it. Okay. 40 hours. Alright. Still gonna wipe out the rest of them. Ah. Right, yes, they had a refinery that they took over. It wasn't made for making space fuel, but they tried to get it to do it anyway. Do we know how successful they were at that? Okay. Well. Right, so the prime went down, so the rest of them just don't do anything. Yep. Okay. Well, can we, like, actually take that thing out of me at the very least? Maybe once we get back to base. RTB. Yeah, so again, like, that thing didn't want to fight, but it had a directive that it had to follow. There it is, the monument to the cube. Broken wreck in a crater next to the forest. Okay, well... Yep. Well, that's part of it, that's not the whole thing. I say, speaking for Lancer 2. A valid conundrum, yes. Sure. So why couldn't you at least do that much? Oh, this is just the tragedy of the concept of chain of commands. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you made yourself in contrast to Lancer 1. Tell her I hate her if I die. That's right. Okay. This is all like setting up future stuff, like a sequel or a second loop or something. Like maybe this is setting up a New Game Plus kind of situation. Or maybe it's just lore for lore's sake. Alright. Well, sad but perfectly understandable ending. Alright, this game was cool. It knew exactly what it wanted to be, and it just did that and nothing else. And I respect that. Pretty neat. Yeah, so very small team. It's one of these mostly single-person games. Nice. I didn't take a super close look at that first screen, but yeah, that was mostly C++ and SDL2. Ah, if this is the only game I ever finished, so this was your first release. Pretty good one. Nice. Well, thank you for letting me give it a chance. This was cool. I will press start to return to title. Okay, and yeah, that's just title. So if I did this... File clear. What happens if I choose this? Do I replay stage 7? Ah, replay final pursuit, restart final stage, begin New Game Plus. All current arms and systems. And free play. Ah, okay. Well, that's cool. Alright, so just a straight up stage select here. Very nice. What does it give me as far as equipment? Same stuff I had? This looks like same stuff I had. Okay. Okay. I wish to exit. And if I would start this... Yeah, okay. Alright, well that's neat. Yeah, so if you want to replay another section, then you can do that here. Alright, so that was Astrolancer. I had a good time with this, and I'll see you again for something else.